Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the orthogonality of Legendre polynomial. So what is the orthogonality of Legendre polynomial? So we can see there is an expression -1 to 1 Pn Pm dx is equal to 0 when n not equal to m, and this expression will become -1 to 1 Pn whole square dx is equal to 2 by 2n plus 1 when m is equal to m. So the right hand side will be 0 and 2 by tn plus 1 depending upon whether n is equal to m or not. Okay, so when n not equal to m, the RHS will be 0, and when n is equal to m, the RHS will be 2 by 2n plus 1. So now we are going to use the Scilab to verify this orthogonality of the Legendre polynomial. But in order to verify this orthogonality of the Legendre polynomial, we need the Legendre polynomials in terms of x. But Scilab do not have any functionality or any inbuilt command which will give the expressions of the Legendre polynomials in terms of x, and for that therefore we have to use, or we have to write our own code to generate the extensions of the Legendre polynomials, and for that we will use the Rodrik formula. So we have discussed the Legendre polynomials expression using Rodrik formula in Scilab in the previous video lecture. So if you have not gone through the previous video lecture, then please first go through that video lecture, how we can generate or how we can find out the expressions of the Legendre polynomial using Rodrik formula in Scilab, and then come back to this video lecture and check how we can verify the orthogonality of the Legendre polynomial. So currently right now I have already written the code to generate the expressions of the Legendre polynomials using Rodrik formula in Scilab. So the first line from line number 4 to line number 11 will generate the nth order Legendre polynomial in terms of x using Rodrik formula, and similarly from line number 13 to line number 20 it will give the expression of the Legendre polynomial of order m using Rodrik formula. So now let us display the Legendre polynomials of order n and m. So first it is asking the value of n. We will write 2 for the simplicity, and we are getting the formula of the or expression of the Legendre polynomial of order n. Now for the simplicity I will take the value of m is equal to 1, and we are getting the x which is nothing but the expression of the p1. Now let us come back to the formula of the Legendre polynomial. So as we can see in the RHS LHS side, the integrand will be nothing but the product of the Pn and Pm, and the lower limit is -1 and +1. So first we will calculate the integrand which is the product of Pn and Pm and store it in a variable. So Scilab editor, and we will write z is equal to Pn star Pm. So this will store the product of the two Legendre polynomials in Z. Now we will define the lower limit and upper limit. So let us assume that lower limit is defined by L. So L is equal to -1, and upper limit by U. So U is equal to 1. Now we have both lower limit, upper limit, and integrand. All the things we have. Now we will integrate the integrand Pn Pm with within the limits -1 to 1 with respect to x, and we can use we can use any method. There are several methods available to perform the integration task. For example, we can use inbuilt commands like int g integrate, or we can use numerical methods like Simpson 1/3 rule or trapezoidal rule to perform the integration. So here we are going to use the integrate command. So first we will look at the syntax of the integrate command. So we will click on this question mark button, which is the help of the Scilab, and it will open a window like this, which is nothing but the help browser, and we will type the integrate in the find bar, and this will give us the this will give us the integrate at the top, and when we click on this we will get something like this. So we integrate is written there, and this is the syntax of the integrate command, which is nothing but y is equal to integrate expression v x naught x1, and in the just below this we have written atol. So what are these? Let us discuss. Expr is nothing but an Scilab expression in terms of string. So it is a Scilab expression, but it should be of data type string. Data type should be string. Now what is v? V is a character or string, the integration variable name. For example, in our case we are integrating with respect to x, so we will write x in terms of we will write v in place of x, but in the form of string. Now the next thing is x naught. X naught is the lower bound of the integration and x1 is the upper bound of the integration. In our code we have chosen x naught as L and x1 as U. ATOL, which is the absolute error bound, we can skip this because the default value is 1e minus 13, so we will take only the default value. Now let us come back to the R code. Since we can see that z is equal to pm, which is a polynomial, and we have seen that in the help browser the expression expr must be of the string data type. So what we will do, we will first convert our polynomial in terms of string, and for that we will use the inbuilt Scilab command, which is poly to str. Okay, and we will write z here. So this will convert the polynomial into string data type. Now we will use the integrate command and store the value of the integration in the variable I. Integrate bracket start z comma the variable with respect to we are integrating, and which is x. So we will write x but in terms of string. Now we will write the lower limit L and we will write the upper limit U. So the value of the integration or the value of the LHS is stored in the variable I in our program, and as per the code, if we choose n not equal to m, we should get 0, and if we choose n is equal to m, the value of the RHS should be equal to 2 by 2n plus 1. We will check both these one by one. So let us run our code, but let us first display the value of I. Now we will run our code and come back to the console. So let us first choose n is equal to 2 and m is equal to 1. So what we are getting is answer 0. Why we are getting 0? Because n is 2, m is 1. That means m and n are not equal, and as per this formula we should get 0 and we are getting 0. That means one of the properties satisfied. Now again we will execute this code, and now this time we will check our expression for m is equal to n. We will verify the orthogonality of the Legendre polynomials for m is equal to n, and for the simplicity we will take n is equal to 1, m is also equal to 1, and what we are getting is 0.67. So let us come to the formula. Minus 1 to 1 pn whole square dx is equal to 2 by 2n plus 1, and what we have chosen is n is equal to 1. So when we put n is equal to 1, this will give p1 whole square is equal to 2 by 3, which is nothing but 0.67, and the same answer we are getting. So that means we have verified the property of the Legendre polynomials, and we can do this in a n number of ways. Okay, so this is the Scilab code to verify the orthogonality of the Legendre polynomials, and how we have done this. First we have find out the expression of the Legendre polynomials in terms of x. Then we will find out our integrand, which is nothing but the product of the Legendre polynomials p and em. Now we will use the integrate command. Since integrate command is taking the expression in terms of string data type, therefore we have created the polynomials in terms of string using the command pol to str on line number 25, and then use our integrate command to find the value of the integral. So if you have any doubt, if you have any query regarding any problem in Scilab, please make comment.